Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee that'll help fix your life. But I can provide laughter along the way and color like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I got a Karen kicked off the plane because she refused to get out my seat. Bro, please tell me I'm not tripping here. So the other day I boarded my flight and found a woman sitting in my seat. What's the over and under on whether or not she was a Caucasian Karen? So I politely asked her to move because, well, it's my seat and I paid for it. She refused, saying she wanted to sit next to her husband and told me just take a different seat. I would have suggested her ass bought the seat she wanted. I stood my ground explaining that I paid for the seat and I'm not moving. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. Well, things escalated and eventually she ended up being removed from the plane. Stay alert, stay alive. So after I landed, I posted about the incident on social media thinking people would be on my side, but nope. Welcome to the land of make-believe, because what would make you believe that anybody would be using any kind of common sense inside of the comments section? People were criticizing me, saying I could have just let her have a seat and I should have just found another one and avoided the fuss. Yeah, those people were called bootlickers. Am I wrong here? Hell no. Should I just let it go, or do I do the right thing by insisting on my seat that I paid for? Hell no, you ain't wrong, bro. What are you talking about? Get your ass out of my seat, Karen. And all them people disagreeing with you saying, you should have just found a different seat. Why are you making a big deal about it? Nah, them is the kind of people that are in this world that need the labels on bleach to say do not drink, or otherwise natural selection would take them right on out. Goof troops, you know what I'm saying? Them people got brains as smooth as a bowling ball. I'm never going to get on the internet, be looking in the comment section and being like, damn, these people don't agree with me that I should sit in my seat that I paid for because she wanted to be next to her husband. Well, if you wanted to be next to your husband, your goofy ass should have bought 2 tickets, seat A and seat B, or whatever, D and E, whatever, 2 seats that was together. You should have copped a ticket where y'all both was sitting together. Talking about something, I'm not moving, I want to sit next to my husband. This is why I be thinking the purge need to happen like once a quarter. Because people like that, that's the first person I'm going to go clip. I'm not getting out my seat. Yes, you are. And I will put you in a cross-faced chicken wing if you don't get out my seat right now. And if your man stand up, it's going to be lights out for homie cuz too. Because why is you playing with me? I want the window seat so I could prop my big boulder head on the window and take a snooze while we're mid-flight. I'm not paying for the Wi-Fi. I'm not watching no Netflix. None of that. I'm putting my scully over my head. I'm leaning back and I'm going to sleep. Get out my seat. This would be the times, bro, like, I promise you. I'm getting vexed thinking about this because you know why I'm getting so mad? Because situations like this never happen to me. When I hear people like you or anybody telling a story or like a black dude's like going into an apartment complex, and there's like a white lady, like an older lady or a man, like, hey, do you live here? Let me see your key fob. I'm not letting you in, trying to block the door. You know what I'm doing? Ugh! Watch out. What you talking about? Out my way, bruh. That never happens to me. I never get into these confrontations. And I used to think it's like, oh, people don't do this. I'm unlucky that I never run into these altercations. No, that's not the case. People know who they can and can't try that stuff with. So whatever about you that came off as, oh, he's soft. I'm not giving you this seat. Go find another seat. Whatever that was about your exterior that she saw, change it right now. Because she thought you was sweet and told you, yeah, back up, bro. About face, go find another seat. That's your problem. Nah, you're not wrong. So all them people, matter of fact, go back into the comments of that video or the post or whatever you made, and everybody disagree with you, just go ahead and block them because you don't need them kind of people in your life. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. My girl got a promotion at work, and now all of a sudden I ain't good enough. Yo, what's good, bro? I'm really at a loss and can use some advice if you happen to read this letter. So my girlfriend recently got a big promotion at her job. Okay, now she's moving on up like the Jeffersons. And now she's earning more than I do. Okay, now make her pay all the bills and you take a load off. Hey, yo, pause. That was crazy. Ever since then, she's become unbearable. What's her Instagram? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. She's constantly complaining about everything. And she wasn't before? That's a first. From how I load the dishwasher to how I handle our weekend plans. And the worst part, she told me outright that she wants a man who can lead and be the breadwinner. She ain't wrong, but she damn sure ain't right either. Basically saying that she's no longer satisfied with me because of my income. Like this video if you think she's a piece of shit. It hurts because we were so happy before. You were happy. She wasn't. I'm really struggling because I love her and I want to find a solution, but it feels like she's becoming a completely different person now that she's earning more money. Nah, that's nasty work. Definitely not here for it. I'm wondering if there's any way to repair the relationship, or am I just fooling myself? Get her fired and take back your power. I'd love to know if there are steps I could take to address the issues and see if we can get back to how things were. Thank you so much for your help. All right, so my man, I think you're missing the bigger picture. You saying, well, yo, we was happy before she got the raise. Now she got the raise. She finding any little reason to start an argument. She's complaining about everything I do. Nah, that's not it. She was already unhappy, but because she wasn't really making no cake like that, she needed you. So she was tolerating whatever it was about you that she didn't like. Now that she got the bread, she's like, oh, maybe I could do better without him. Or possibly she could have met someone simultaneously as getting his promotion that she thinks is better than you. Maybe he got a bigger piece and it hit harder. Pause. That was crazy. But maybe that's the case. Maybe he looked better. Maybe on paper, everything with him makes him look better than you. And she's thinking, let me go ahead and upgrade the job and the boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? When reality is, women don't know that everything that glitter ain't gold. She gonna think it's greener on the other side, go over there and gonna see that his grass got all kind of varmint and fleas and all kind of stuff going on, and then she gonna miss you. You know what I'm saying? Because women don't just change like that. When women want to get out of a relationship, they already been checked out mentally long before you even get the 2-week notice. You know what I'm saying? When you get the 2-week notice, they been boiling. You know what I'm saying? So for her, she got a new promotion, so she's making more chicken than you is, and more than she ever was. She might have found a new dude, because I it's highly unlikely that she gets more money now. And so she says, oh, now I'd rather go out and pay all the bills by myself instead of being with my boyfriend who helps or pays all of them. Whatever y'all situation is, I don't know. You didn't tell me. But let's just say you pay all the bills or you pay half. Now she gets more money. You think she's going to walk away from that to just go back to probably making less money because now she got bills to pay? Nah. She found someone else, or she been sick of you and now she can afford to leave and don't need you. Those are the only two scenarios where I see her just being like, yeah, I'm out. You loading a dishwasher like that? That's crazy. Like, see, this is why I got to get a real man who know how to put the plates up, you know what I mean, the right way. Put the bowls differently. You just got the forks and the spoons together? Disgust. Like, that's crazy, bro. Making up any type thing to be mad at you. She went out. And my advice to you is let her go. Go find somebody that don't care about how you load the dishwasher, because guess what? They're loading the dishwasher. You're not. Now, the fact that you be loading the dishwasher and all that kind of lets me know y'all might have a little 50-50 action going on at the crib. You help cook, clean, whatever, y'all. It's a joint effort. Nothing wrong with that. The economy ain't set up for everybody to just be, every dude to be the sole provider. It's just not like that. This ain't the 40s or 50s. It's just not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So that don't make you any less of a man. But for women, it doesn't matter what the economy says, what society says, all that. Their innate nature is to want someone that makes more than them, stronger than them, smarter than them, better leader. They go up, upgrade. So regardless of how the tariffs is set up or gas or all this stuff, and everybody can't pay all the bills, it's not going to change how a woman is wired. So if y'all was on a little 50-50 split thing, you been might giving her the ick. Now she got some bread. She's like, oh, I'd rather because a woman will say this, I'd rather pay all the bills by myself than have a roommate with this, my boyfriend. They don't like hearing that. Like, they think that if y'all helping each other like that you're like a roommate. Like, I might as well just go get a regular roommate. If I'm gonna be doing this with you, you're supposed to be taking care of me. They don't even realize that that's unrealistic. But I think that's it. Either new dude or she's just not happy with you for a long time and just couldn't afford to tell you that. That's my advice, man. So I hope everything works out, man. But it's probably a dub. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even try to fix this relationship, because the way she's treating you, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, go out there, figure it out yourself. You'll see. And then let her come crawling back, and then don't take her back. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. They use my Airbnb to shoot content for OnlyFans. Good afternoon, Mike. Wanted to reach out because I ran into a bit of a tricky situation with my Airbnb property, and I could really use your insight. So recently I got a notification and I checked my Ring camera and noticed some guests having some X-rated fun by the pool. They were quite carefree and topless. What's her Instagram? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. Which I found amusing at first. I bet you did, you perverted little freak. However, the real issue came to light when I realized one of the guests followed me on Instagram, and I discovered that they filmed adult content for OnlyFans inside my property. What's the OnlyFans link? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. Again, now, I'm not upset about what they did per se. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But I'm concerned about how this might affect future bookings. Please elaborate, my boy, because I see zero correlation between the two. What are you talking about? I don't want potential guests to be off-put by the association of my property with that kind of content. Yeah, I'm sure that's not how it works. So I'm stuck on what to do next. How about you mind your damn business and stay off the OF link? Should I address it with the guests, update my rental policies, or just let it go? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how to handle this without scaring off future renters. Thanks a ton. So you think that the person trying to rent your property is going to be on the website like, oh, this looks like a nice place. Wait a minute. That place looks familiar. I know I've seen that before. They've had sex in that bed. Come on, bruh. Ain't nobody going to correlate the two. And I'm going to give you the buck. Anybody who subscribed to Shorty's channel, getting the content, watching the nudes, ain't going to give two shits about where it was filmed at. Like, I can't be in there. This girl that I subscribed to on OnlyFans shot some content there. If anything, the creep is going to be like, yo, I'm pulling up to the actual spot that they shot the joint at last week. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you even arrived at that conclusion that someone would see your property and remember from OnlyFans and not want to rent it there. That's not how it works. I would have been more upset if they was doing something wicked in there, got baby oil on some Diddy stuff all on the sheets, you know what I'm saying, handprints on the glass, because, you know what I'm saying, the back shot mania is crazy. I would have been more affected by that. Like, damn, bro, like, what was y'all in there doing? You know what I'm saying? Does it stink? Does it have a stench because y'all was in there getting wicked? That's what I would have been concerned about. But then again, guess what? If a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, whoever, you know what I'm saying, go there and rent your property, imagine what they doing for fun. You think people going there just to have vacation and get no buns? If I rent the Airbnb out and I bring a joint through, guess what? I'm DJ K slaying in every room. Rest in peace. I'm cracking cheeks in every square foot of the Airbnb. I'm making the most of it. And you got a pool, so the inside probably a little sexy ambiance too. It's probably lit up in there. So you think they about to dial back the freaky just because it's your property? If you don't like what people are doing in there, then take it down off of Airbnb. Just rent it to people you know personally. Because I don't understand why you thought that would be a problem. There's no way in the world that someone's going to have a problem with what they might have in 1 in a million chance saw on OnlyFans and be like, hey, I know where that house is at. Knock it off. You're overreacting. That's just the facts. There ain't no rental policies. Now, you ain't going to tell somebody they can't beat cheeks in your, what do you mean change the policy? How are you going to word that? Let's break that down. Hey, you can't be in here with the tripod set up with the 4K going crazy while Shorty getting her buns beat and then uploading it to this particular website. That's a no-go. If I find out you're doing that, which I don't know how you would without being a creep, having some hidden cameras, then guess what? You're going to jail, bro. That's the voyeur category. Now that OnlyFans content just switched from amateur homemade to the voyeur homemade. Because you're watching like, yeah, what's that? Yeah, I like that, yeah. Go deeper, you know what I'm saying? Nah. So ain't no policy you can enact that's probably even legal to stop people from doing that. And what you gonna address the guests for? They already out of your property. You gonna reach out to them on the gram? Hey, it's so-and-so renting my pool house a couple weeks ago. Hey, everything good? Yeah, came across the link. Not really okay with that. Do you mind taking down the footage? Oh, piss off, boy. Get out my face. I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sound crazy. Knock it off, Chief. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave a comment telling me what advice you would have gave them. And who knows? Maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement that you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But always remember, stay alert, stay alive.